Well, this is the third time we've done.
Man, finally been let out of the house and into the doghouse. So that's all good. Can Tom hear us? Is Tom with us in
Who?
body,
What?
spirit,
And mind.
and mind?
No, I lost it. Yes,
Anyway,
I can.
we're here. Welcome, folks. Welcome to the show. It's Friday. We're excited. There's lots of great things going to happen today. Coming up in the show today, we've got the news report. We've got In the Doghouse, a Justification Minute from a few of us. Best in Show. We're talking about tech news, In the Shed, Missed Adventures, Raging Bullshine, and if there's a bit of time, there's a bit of a cheeky backup as well. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Let's have some fun. Let's buckle in. Turn on the sound and let's ramp up the news. Here we go, Simon, with the first report.
The Week Report. With news, views, and screws.
And I've lost my screw.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was just sat in awe of that introduction then.
Were you?
Yeah, that had gravitas.
Do you know what I was in my mind? I was thinking, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Oh, I forgot to press start. Hang on. That means you lucky folks out there listening get an extra minute of the show. Extra 1 minute. So what's in the news today, folks?
Right. So, yes, it's been a busy week in the Duffel household. So
yes, tell us.
The excitement of lockdown easy in the areas and everything else. We've also got house moving forward. Very successful. We're going to talk about that later.
Great.
And, we've got puppies on the mend. We had a sick puppy. Now we don't have a sick puppy. She's good.
That's good.
She's good. Sorry.
We're not talking about your wife, are we? Because the audience don't yet know about your puppies.
Ah, that's true.
So, news flash from Simon, and maybe a Justification Minute in all in one.
The Week Report.
Oh, that would make them hush puppies.
Hey!
Like it.
So Simon's been very busy.
Very busy. So we're selling houses, buying puppies, having sick puppies, spending a lot of money on sick puppies.
Yeah.
Back. Puppy being a very cute and time-consuming individual.
Yes.
And then all things kicking off with the house move. So, yes, in the Duffel household, it's been insane. And we'll talk about the stress of all that in a later bit.
And if you do happen to be a member of the traveling community and wish to steal those dogs, then do make sure to check out various neighborhoods around Weston-super-Mare.
Oh, you joke, but it's a thing. Is it a thing in the States? Because it seems to be on social media all the time of people warning about people knocking on doors. I think it does happen, clearly, but I think some of it's a bit of a hoax. That's what I think.
I don't,
a bit of hooey.
I don't quite get it that is the most profitable and easy thing to steal.
Well, no, they're expensive. So just by example, because Susan was looking at puppies today, and we got
puppies.
More puppies, exactly. So we got our puppy a couple of years ago, and we spent I think it was about £1,200, which of course is a lot of money, but he's a beautiful dog. But the same dogs are now going for £3,000.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at. $3,000 for a dog, for any pedigree, or even, and this is crazy, what we used to call a mongrel back in the day.
Yeah, half caste.
And now a designer dogs. So you've got the cockaboodle or the
Bichon Poo, exactly. Bichon Lab,
yeah.
Exactly.
We have a St. Cocker actually.
Oh, do you? and you're hoping your St. Cocker doesn't get too big.
Doesn't Bernard right up?
It sounds. It sounds like a character from a really bad sitcom, Jimmy St. Cocker.
Exactly that. Anywho, my goodness me, that's a lot of news from Simon Duffel. Is there any news in New Jersey? Has the snow melted?
The snow is finally starting to melt. The sun came out 2 days ago, and it was just such a beautiful moment. And now you're starting to see a little bit the horrible yellowy grass come through the snow. Still can only use one of the tennis courts, but the frustrating thing is now other people are coming and using the court that I dug the snow off.
And in today's show, we will find out why Tom has a cold. because he does have a cold. I can hear it in his nasal
Can you
passages.
really hear it?
In your nasal passages, I can. You have got a bit of a cold, haven't you?
I am a little congested today.
There we are.
The Pokey sniffs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm talking diet.
Pokey sniffs. Another poor character from a poor quality sitcom. Pokey sniffs. Hello, love.
Hello, mate. Lovely. Does that conclude the news?
I don't think it even started the news.
I don't think it does.
Who is in? Who's in the doghouse? Ooh, who? Who's in the doghouse? You.
Me.
You.
I think Simon might be. I think I'm all right this week, actually. I think. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now listen, I've upset Mrs. quite recently. Right. It's got a bit of a thing about
Just remembered one.
eating and talking at the same time. I don't like it. And
Eating and talking at the same time. What, eating with a mouthful?
speaking with a mouthful, not
So yeah.
only generally.
That's a good point.
But
It's late.
But yeah, so she was talking to me, and I said, "Can you just wait to finish that mouthful before you speak?"
Did that not go down well?
Not the right thing to say.
Oh. What did she say? Did she say, "Shut off, Simon"?
Mrs. Duffel has a way of dealing with these things is by going. I get the silent treatment.
Oh, I see. I had the silent treatment. Shall I tell you what happened to me? I've just remembered. We went on a very lovely walk. It was a long walk with the dog that I just talked about. And we were 10 minutes from home. And I can't remember what the discussion was about, so it clearly wasn't important. But Susan has a habit of going round and round and round and talking about the same thing and making the same point many times. And it got to the point where I'd given my opinion. We needed to move on, and it got to the point where I just snapped and I said, "Look, just shut up. I don't care anyway." Ooh, and then that was it. Then she walked ahead. She walked one way home. I walked the other way home. But I ran ahead to get home, slightly ahead of her. And yeah,
Competition then.
yeah, she was in a mood. She was in a mood then for the next 2 hours.
All I can say is, my friends, you are obviously far less scared of your respective spousal partners than I am. I cannot imagine the fallout. Yeah.
Well, you got to know how to treat them. Treat them mean. Keep them lean.
No, I think you should treat them mean.
And that's it. I know. But my frustration is that, and I don't know whether you get this or not, but if Susan asks my opinion on something, whatever my answer, whatever the answer, it's the wrong answer. I've never given the right answer to the question. So there we go.
I won't comment on somebody else's spouse.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I claim in diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity, exactly.
Oh my god. Well, I'm going to say, for the first time, I think both of you really deserve to be in the doghouse. My sympathies are normally with this real downtrodden minority that we're in, which is the white middle class male. We're a terribly downtrodden, hard done by minority. But in this one instance, for the first time, you guys both really deserve to be in the doghouse.
That's true. Although Emma shouldn't have spoken with her mouth full, to be fair.
No, that is fair.
That's just manners. Good job she doesn't listen to this show.
Yeah, well, if Susan listens, you're going to be back in the that door's going to be padlocked shut, my friend.
Isn't this our safe space?
Exactly.
I'm not sure it is. I think I may have committed a problem here. Anyway,
Maybe you did.
Viewers will find out in the future whether we are allowed to have our 30 minutes in the doghouse or not.
Well, that's true. I've just reminded another situation that happened earlier on in the week where Susan came to bed drunk. Oh, that's right. So off the back of that same argument, Susan then watched TV all afternoon, drinking gin and wine. And then I watched TV at the other end of the house and then went to bed. And then she was watching some crappy show. And then she came to bed at midnight. I was half asleep. And then she came to bed drunk, spouting something off. And I had to get up and leave and then sleep in this spare room because she was just so annoying when she was drunk. So there we go. So it's been quite a week thinking about it. I'd forgotten about it, but that's quite a busy week.
Gentlemen, next week's show is going to be permanent, running round the clock from the Doghouse.
Yeah.
Starring just Mr. Duffel and Mr. Billet.
Exactly. I might be here the whole week.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tom's never in the Doghouse. He's always good boy.
I'm obviously better trained. Let's move along.
Yes.
It's time for everyone's favourite. Well, it's time for Mr. Billet's favourite topic.
Which is...
Take it away. Hey.
Justification Minute.
We nearly did something.
Almost.
Almost.
Like I was having a sort of seizure, I think.
Oh dear. Anyway, Justification Minute, the part of the show where we have to justify any purchases that we have purchased over the last week or so. Sometimes there isn't anything, but most of the time we like to justify a purchase. I think who's purchased something this week that they need to justify?
I'm going to justify a purchasing trend.
Go on then.
Now, my darling wife, who I am in the good graces of, yeah, and I'm going to try and stay there. But she has pointed out that I do have a touch of the old, the COVID purchasing frenzy. And so regular listeners of the show out there will know that I have been suffering various age-related disorders of the back, the knee, the elbow, the everything else. And I'm generally looking after my health, but all of a sudden I've started spending a heck of a lot on supplements. More to come up later on that. Oh. But back supports, knee supports, compression, leg compression thingies. Crikey. I've suddenly started buying all of these things.
You're the bionic man.
Yeah, I've realised I don't need them anywhere near as many as I've bought. I'm just like, oh, that one looks even better. Oh, this will help that. I've got more massagers, supports, and straps and belts and corsets than any human should ever have.
And have you used any of them? You know, when you're buying too many things, I've got loads of purchases downstairs I've not even opened. I'm not even sure what they are. You know when
can we? I think seriously, we're going to have to run an In the Doghouse competition where you can win, regular viewer or listener of the show, you can win an unopened, unboxed item from Billet's Cave of Wonders.
Something
we don't
random.
know what it'll be, but it could be something we will send.
Yeah, it could be fantastic.
Random.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a competition.
Yeah.
Billet's Bazaar.
Billet's Bazaar. Bazaar.
Billet's Boxes of Bazaar.
And we can get our mutual friend Simon Elazar to present it. It's a great name. Well, I have a justification that I bought this week. So it's spring, and last year I thought I've got this outdoor furniture, and I've had this particular garden furniture set for maybe 8 or 9 years, and the cushions have got a bit tatty. And I wanted to get new cushions. So instead of replace the whole thing, get new cushions. But anyway, started looking at rattan furniture. And in long story short, instead of buying new cushions, which would be a lot cheaper.
Why is that funny?
Rattan.
Yeah.
Rattan. I bought a whole new set. So
like our garden furniture, it's rat-on.
It might be rat-on eventually. But yeah, instead of buying cushions, I ended up buying an entire new suite. In the hope that obviously someone will be able to come around and sit on said rattan furniture. It could just be a very lonely seat. But yeah, that was my justification this week. And of course, there's a 2-month waiting list. But it's gone up in price since I've ordered it. Get in. So there we go. So I did well. So that was my justification minute. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next part, which is Tom, get your piano out.
I can't remember what I was playing. Best in Show.
Went for a bit of a Discord then.
Nice.
Did I can't remember what I was playing. That's why. What was it?
Nice.
That was better.
Nice.
Best in show, ladies and gentlemen, the best in show. Now Mr. Billet did just mention that he's bought a whole new set of furniture that may arrive in a couple of months. Who knows?
Yes.
But it was a bargain because it's gone up in price since he was a sucker buying it.
Yeah.
Putting up the price for everybody else. So,
True.
what are you gonna do when lockdown ends? It's time for our best in show competition. Are you gonna lick a friend's hands? Are you gonna hold a big party?
That came from nowhere. I think that surprised you then, didn't it? That thought went through your mind, and in a split second you thought, that doesn't make any sense. But we'll go with it. The sort of thing I'd say.
Well, I don't know. That may be somebody's answer. Maybe it's mine. We'll find out shortly. In Best in Show, what are you going to do when lockdown's over?
Right, you got 1 minute to.
Who's starting?
I'll go last because I've got a clear winner, so I'll go last.
I think
All right.
you should.
All right.
Right, Tom, you go first because you.
All right.
Right, ready?
I'm ready. Okay, take it away.
Oh, yeah.
All right. When lockdown's over, so one of the things that I've most missed is obviously communing with other people. That's a common factor in this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I'd really love to do is make music with people. So what I'm really looking forward to when lockdown's over is setting up a beautiful cabaret evening, friends, as many people as want to come. Everybody brings a bottle of wine. We get a nice little venue, me on a grand piano, literally lying on the grand piano. No, playing the grand piano. Anybody who wants
In
to.
your red dress.
Mic, in my red dress.
Your Jessica Rabbit dress.
The Fabulous Bulky Boys, they'll call it. And I'll play the piano for anybody who wants to come on up and sing songs. We'll sing duets with people sat right there over my shoulder, looking at the words. Won't worry about breathing on each other. And it'll be a thorough, drunken singing delight of cabaret, musical theatre, pop tunes, Holding Out for a Hero, you name it. And it's going to be a real treat. We'll all be able to sing loudly and spread our germs everywhere.
Nice. He's gone over.
But it was a good one.
Good one.
Right, I shall reset and then I shall give you my thoughts on what we're going to do over lockdown. What I am really looking forward to doing over lockdown is, and normally I would say this is at the bottom of my list, I'm looking forward to going camping with a bunch of mates.
Yes.
Nice.
We take the dog, our nude puppy, and we take the dog and we go to somewhere like Woolacombe or to one of the lakes that we take the boat to. We've got a little sailing boat. Go with a bunch of friends, sit around a fire pit, drinking and laughing and cooking food on the barbie and just having a really nice week and communing with nature as a group.
Nice.
And as simple as it gets, cheap and simple. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. That's all I've got to say on that.
Thank you very much. Because festivals are happening in the UK. So 2 festivals have been announced in August and September that will go ahead. So that's very promising.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
All right, Mr. Dufeel.
All right. So mine is I miss my friends very much. Although having said that, I've enjoyed being at home, just spending time with myself and my partner, my dog, which is great. But what I'm going to do as soon as we're out of lockdown is I'm going to book a holiday for 2022 with my great mates, Tom and Simon, in Las Vegas. So I'm going to put it in the diary and I'm going to pass it off as a work do and not tell the missus. Because as far as she was concerned, it'll be a work do in Las Vegas. So we're going to put a date in the diary and we're going to try and arrange to go to Vegas because Tom has been given a free pass to be able to go. So Tom's available. Simon's going to get more money from his mortgage advisor to be able to pay for that. And we're going to recreate The Hangover Part 4. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you very much.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva!
Viva! Viva!
Las Vegas!
I think we peaked then. I peaked then.
Oh, I definitely did. And yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that was a good one. Wow. Well, folks, make sure to comment, underneath wherever you watched this malarkey, and let us know who actually had the best lockdown ending celebration. Thank you very much, and let's move swiftly on because oh my goodness, we're eating up the time this week.
I know.
I got questions.
I'm looking forward to this. And what is it? Have we got a jingle for said? Yes, we have. Come on, Simon, you can do this. It's the tech news.
I know it's tech news, but we don't have the. For some reason, tech news one's gone awry.
Ironically is the word of the day. The tech has failed for the tech news. So Tom is going to make something up. Anyway, Tom, you've got questions apparently for the tech news.
Yeah. You guys always say, "Oh yeah, you should have done this. Should have made a template for the old microphones." Well, next, let's don't do that. Save it, erase this, save this as a file, and just slap it on. Oh yeah, make sure you've updated this. What the bloody hell should I be doing? I need some way of knowing what I should be doing technically, without like having to research it.
What are you talking about?
Updates.
Okay, on your computer or your phone.
Updates and technical things. Tell me what I should do. And tell all of us out here listening, because my goodness, they must be pretty retrograde if they're listening to this.
Specifically, what's the question? Is it should you upgrade when your phone or your computer tells you to upgrade? Is that the question?
That's one of them.
Okay. Well, the short answer is yes, because at some point you will have to upgrade. I suspect Simon's answer will be wait until he tells you to upgrade, and wait until the second version of said upgrade. What do you think, Simon?
Yes, that is correct. So what you're always waiting for the first update that corrects all the errors that comes with the initial download. The other thing is preparation is key for an upgrade.
Ooh.
One is to have a backup that you can go back to, and two,
as opposed to forward.
Two is that you make sure that you've covered everything you've already got on your computer, because the times that I've done an upgrade, like a proper clean install, and lost stuff, I've learned on the hard way that you need to make sure that in those little nooks and crannies that they hide these little files, you've got everything you need where you need it to be. So you need to do an inventory before you upgrade. And it's a ball ache. But
That's a ball ache. How do you do an inventory, please? Is there a quick way of doing that?
Well, there is. It's all about how you organize your files prior to that.
You're very good at organizing your files.
Yes. So I have every client file and everything that, and also my personal like financial files in my Dropbox. So that means when I then upgrade, I put the Dropbox on and it all comes back. That's great. So that deals with one area. The next area is music, and this is a bone of contention for which I think is a problem
for many of us.
Is that if you have like the three of us and a Mac, then you need to you've probably got your music on iTunes. Now, depending on how you've set it up, it will back up your music onto the iCloud.
But
you have to have told it to do that before. Because then you'll get all your libraries, all your playlists, everything will come back.
Yeah.
Only if you told it to.
Yeah.
The thing I always do is if I've got locally downloaded files, I always put them somewhere on an external drive or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's the rule of three, as always. It's pictures, movies, and music. You need to make sure you backed up those folders. Nowadays, the documents folder should be on the iCloud, so you should get that back automatically.
Thank you very much. Does that answer your question, Tom?
Well, sort of. I kind of just want someone to tell me when to do things.
I will tell you when to do things. That's fine.
All right. Well, just make sure it's part of our tech news that you tell all our people outside, out in listener land, what they should do and when they should do it.
Yeah, therefore, if they subscribe to us and subscribe to the channel, we'll give them good consumer advice and to tell them when to upgrade whatever item that they have.
All right. And if anybody has any good suggestions as to what I can do with my Apple Pencil, please make sure to write it below the comments box. I'm kind of joking, but I'm actually kind of being truthful. I use it for one thing for work, but I don't use it that often. And I'm looking for new things I can do with it. New exciting things. New spaces to explore, if you will.
Oh, dear.
No, genuinely. I mean, I'm a bit like... Well,
what do you do with your Apple Pencil? Have you exhausted what you do on the iPad?
Well, I use it for updating sheet music, so I'll like modify things and edit things for when I'm playing concerts.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I use it for, and I don't use it that often for that. It's usually very focused when I'm doing a concert.
You need to use it to take notes about in the doghouse. That's what you need to do. That's what I use it for.
I've got a notepad thing that works like that, but still, but as you can see,
is it analog?
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's just easier. No, I just find it easier.
Yeah, no, it's easier, and that's the problem. Is those sort of things are easy and quicker. I'm looking for something like a fun sort of drawing arts app, something where I can just noodle and doodle and mess about with it. Something that I might enjoy.
Okay, so let us know in the comment section. Let us know what Tom can do with his Apple Pencil that he hasn't already done.
Yes, and comic comments are all welcome.
Yes.
Yep. Fair enough.
There we go. All right, moving on. So now we're going to a bit of rap, hopefully, and we're going in the shed.
Yeah. That's right. Men in the shed.
So, during our misadventures here in the shed, I just wanted to address health actually this week. Something that we're all very cognizant of, and we all take a lot of care of ourselves as best we can.
Yeah.
In the rapidly decaying forms that we have.
Yeah.
First, a piece of good news that prompted this. A friend of mine, Mr. Eugene, has had a very strong recovery after an absolutely terrible cardiac episode.
Oh, wow.
And he's doing very well now after, and it was a really rough situation. And so my best wishes and thoughts go out to him. And also it's been a real instigator of me taking a further look and even more in-depth look into my own health.
Yes.
So I'd put off getting my bloods done. I'd get an annual physical, but I'd put off getting my bloods assessed. And my diet's been a lot better, as you all out there will know.
Your diet's always been pretty good.
No, it hasn't. It got very good about 6, 7, 8 months ago when I realized I was kind of just being a bit heavy for my age at this point. So it was the first time I decided to lose weight.
I've been constantly heavy for my age.
But it was the first time I thought I'd do it for non-aesthetic reasons. I thought, right, health-wise, I'm going to lose some weight. So I did. So when my friend had his cardiac episode, I thought, right, well, get my bloods done. I've lost quite a lot of weight.
Yeah.
My diet's been great for a long time. I'm looking forward to seeing these. And the results came back, and my cholesterol levels were worse.
Oh, hang on a minute.
They had actually deteriorated, and the bad cholesterol levels were higher. And quite a bit higher than they had been when I'd had them done a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So, what do I do about that?
Do you eat porridge?
This is 20 questions.
Yeah.
Because I was given a lot of
Oatmeal.
advice on cholesterol some time ago. Almonds are the best thing for cholesterol per pound, if you like.
Yeah.
That 3 almonds are the equivalent of a quarter statin tablet.
Right. So eat Nutella, right? Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Carrying on next.
So I've understood. Yeah, porridge drags the cholesterol through your body.
Yeah.
And it's very good at doing that. And almonds are very good. But also, there are some cases, or a lot of cases, where cholesterol can be hereditary, so it needs medication to deal with it. So sometimes it might just be the way it is.
I'm kind of guessing that is the case. I mean, I'm in English parlance about a stone and a half lighter than I was in the middle of 2020.
Yeah,
Good. That's impressive in lockdown.
It depends what you're eating rather than how much.
But my diet is very healthy. It's protein, lots of leafy greens. I eat spinach daily and only have fruits and veg as snacks and stuff like that. So it's pretty healthy. I think probably you're intimating, and you could be right, that I need more grains.
More grains.
More
whey.
grains.
More whey.
Grains.
For your microbiome.
Grains.
Get that microbiome working. That's what you need to do.
What's a microbiome?
It's your gut bacteria. And you need good gut microbiome bacteria to get you functioning. It's all about the microbiome.
I do take a probiotic.
Yes.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, that helps.
Or does it? I would disagree with that. I've done some research into
Well,
it.
those Yakult things they're not very good.
I was taking probiotics for quite a long time, and
Yeah.
I've had a lot of discussions with health, like people who are scientists in this area.
Lots of discussions, because Simon has lots of scientific friends. He's had lots of discussions.
I have had many discussions,
And they all owe him money.
Literally discussion.
literally 2 discussions.
It's a very scientific friend.
With 2 scientific friends. One is
We've got an O level in science.
He stole a test tube from school once.
one's a dietitian, the other one is involved in health from a hospital point of view.
One's
Right.
a mortician.
Yeah.
And one cleans the toilets.
Probiotics, your body, oh my god, your body deals with them and will flush them. Pretty much all of what you put in comes out, because the body, from its own, the way it takes in food and stuff, it creates its own probiotic environment.
Profound.
Nice.
What you put in it, it comes out again.
Yeah, but basically, all you're doing is it has its balance, and then you're unbalancing it, and it's rebalancing itself. That's all it's supposed to do. Apparently, that is my understanding.
Well, there we are. I have lots to talk about health-wise, but with only 19 seconds left, I'm going to save it to next week's show.
More smoked meats.
I haven't had any smoked meats this week. Nothing.
Oh,
You're not
I know.
using the mode this week.
Not used it this week. No, I've been too busy. Been very, very busy.
That's too loud.
Yeah, it peaked. I can watch the what's it now. That's better. There we go. Oh man. Oh well, you know what that means. The wives are a calling today. We have to leave and say goodbye. And when you say goodbye,
We hope
Don't-
you enjoyed our vibe.
and so please don't forget to like and subscribe. And